Oh, hello. This is not the sound of a guy who just recorded an intro that he muted for the entire time and made weird sounds and all that good stuff. This is not. This is not how he sounds. Not at all. Not even remotely. Not even a little bit. Hi. This is me. Koopa. Today we're just doing a little small thing, a little video, so you can hear the sultry tones of my voice while I show off my abilities in the ring. This is a fun little coin boss. We have a pretty even distribution of levels. We're around level like maybe 120 or so. And we're fighting a little bit of a dicey one here. Ooh, oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna be rambling while we do this post commentary. I wanted to show you guys because I've said this multiple times. I think we've done this live on stream, and I've said this multiple times. I'm gonna do a video on the coin boss where we do like a strong, powerful coin boss, and I never did it. I never did it because I'm a failure. No, I'm just kidding. I try to record a lot of these, but then I just die on them. So this is one that I didn't die on. So that's fun. I still use the sub coin because I'm afraid of life. But here we go. So without further ado, this is Tatsugana. This is a dragon man. Okay, this is the quest of this. This is his quest. He was number one. Okay, no, but this is Tatsunaga. Level 133 boss, I believe. This coin boss was released just last year. And it's relatively hard. I believe this is like a Dragon Quest 11 boss, so it's relatively hard, but not that difficult. He doesn't have too many gimmicks. When he gets down to, I believe, about 50% health, he'll start burning up, and when he burns up, he'll leave basically fire spots on the ground, and it also hurts to touch him, to do physical attacks on him when he's in burning hot state. Of course, the damage is also up as well, and yeah. But you don't really need to worry about that too much if you debuff his speed or do any like speed things to him while he's in that state. He also has to use a turn to use it, so it's really not that bad as far as kill potential. And a lot of his attacks are very slow, so it's very like if you can revive someone, you know, if you have a lot of healers, which everybody in this damn team is a healer except for the huge damage dealer that I have, our big old damaging Hawkeye. If you have a healer at all, you know, multiple healers, then he's not really going to kill a lot of you at the same time, if you catch my drift, right? So my strategy generally is to rely on the druid for most, if not all, of the healing, and then bring a pet to sort of get the backup revives on, just in case the druid dies. And yeah, then we have Battler, and I also, as Deathmaster, I'm sort of the flex position here. So what I'm using most of my MP to do is just to do extra damage and make sure the spot healer of the Knight Errant is there. I also tend to sacrifice them a lot, get my death power up, and always make sure I have my auto revive on, my divine immortality. Invaluable skill to use as a Deathmaster. Always make sure that shit is on. Although a lot of Deathmasters just have like equipment that'll automatically do that for them. So that happened for me just then. As you could see, I just put it on myself when it was already on myself because I revived and it was there because of the equipment. So remember that can also happen. But yeah, I say essentially as a Deathmaster, there's not too crazy of techniques you need to focus on. Just remember to spirit guide and sacrifice when you can for maximum efficiency. And to keep up the death power, you know, use a bunch of death sights for extra damage. You can't really curse him, so Enfeeble's not really going to work too well. And for his special moves, he has Explosive Dive. He'll do the Burst. And he will also do the surrounding... I don't know what it's called. We'll figure out what it's called when we see it in the boss fight here eventually. But he has a move where you have to come close to him. So I'd say when that happens, he's going to fly up before he does all three of these. When he does the one where you have to surround him, just regularly attack him. And in all other cases, you just run away and you're good. But yeah, that's all his gimmicks. Like I said, the fire burns when he gets to pinch health is kind of where you might have trouble. It's where you have to run around a lot, and you know, if you're kind of like a stationary fighter in this game or something, or if you're a what do you call it? melee attacker. It's going to be hard to get those hits in. But I'd say a lot of melee classes at least have like a ranged move or a weapon. So just make sure to save up on your ranged moves whenever that happens, whenever he starts bursting that, because you're going to need a lot of range. So like I said, it's literally wherever he stands, he's just going to constantly make the fire cave pits or whatever. So you're going to have to do a lot of movement during the second phase, as well as dodging when he flies up into the sky and does the burn rush or, you know, the explosions and whatnot. So it's a lot of running around. Personally, it's one of my favorite recently released bosses. And another reason why I'm doing this one is because they just released a new boss. Like literally, like not even, like I think I'm uploading it when I record it today. So I'm actually recording a lot of stuff today. I actually have just record days. I tend to try to do them when nobody's in the house because I'm talking about cringe anime video games from Japan, and nobody needs to hear that. Besides you, of course. You weirdo. I'm joking. I'm sorry. I'm joking. It's a joke. Take a joke. But yeah, new coin boss release. I forget what his name is, but he's like a poison guy. He's like a poison guy who does a lot of damage, and it's kind of like the Thorns boss. So of course, they're trying to make you use the Hermit more. They're trying to make the Hermit class as useful as possible. It's like, we released a class that has super great auto heals and can heal you so much, and now there's all these poison enemies that just take all of your fucking health constantly. Wow, what a coincidence. But yeah, eventually we'll get to that. This is kind of a random boss to do first. Honestly, I probably should have done like Ultimate Amon first or something, but I did a stream where I did a lot of the coin bosses in, and Amon gave me like the most trouble for some reason. Like, I don't know why I can't kill that asshole. He has a lot of forms though. He does have a lot of forms, so that could possibly be the reason why. Or possibly be. This guy's just a long fight. Like, as you'll see, there's never really a time where it gets super... besides just then, where we lost a bunch of people, there's never really a time where it gets super dicey. And I think that's mostly because of the Druid and the combination of the Druid with my Deathmaster skills. But the Druid really does a lot of work on this boss. I feel like that's sort of the MVP area. The kind of person that you need here. Mostly like a Druid type. And then it's sort of a flex with everybody else. But that's what's really cool about these coin bosses. Coin bosses, I feel like they really require you to have a good team comp. And it's clear to me that the Druid is definitely the class to absolutely like fucking demolish Tatsu and all of his credibility for being a strong coin boss. But yeah, I think in general, I will do my best to stand on business and deliver the coin boss content to you regularly on the regs. I don't know if we'll have a coin boss time or whatnot. I was thinking I could do like a coin boss afternoons, you know, just release it like near noon or like 3 p.m. or something. I might do that. We might do that. I might do a few live commentary ones. Gather up some friends. I do have those. I'm not lying. Shut up. You're lying. Anyways. I could set up some things. So, I don't know. Don't let me know what you want, because I'm going to do something different anyways. I'm just kidding. You do what you want to do. Like, I respect whatever you want to do. And I'm not going to stop you. But I also won't tell you what to do, because I feel like that's boring. That's lame, okay? You don't need quests. And I am no quest giver. Alright? I'm a quest taker, bitch. Give me your quest, goddammit! Okay. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Pretty lame at this point. We could just cut to the end. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna make you guys sit through this torturous time with me. Here's the close around him attack. You really just have to regularly attack him. And I think he's gonna do the last one where he like does the explosive burst. Or did he already do it? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was using the podcast like it's supposed to be used. Like a podcast. Okay. But yeah, it's relatively samey from here on out, so I just talk about random shit. We'll have a little convo about Dragon Quest. Why not? Why not, right? I think a lot of the new stuff coming out with this game, it's a sign. And I don't know if this is just me being like just huffing the copium, but I think it's a sign that they're planning on continuing it beyond 12, in my opinion. Like if 12 completely flops and it's a terrible game and nobody buys it, I think Dragon Quest X will live on. I'm not even joking. And I'm not saying this to say that 12 is definitely going to do that. I'm not even saying that. But also, that's bullshit. I definitely did not get hit by that. What in the fuck? I was not. The hitboxes in this game are trash. Anyways. Yeah, I think it's very possible that 12 is going to be a steaming hot pile of garbage because of how corporals are. Because of how Square Enix is nowadays. Like, I don't know, man. Square Enix outside of Japan, even sometimes Square Enix Japan, like, it's just like, what are they doing? I really can't, you know, put my faith in huge corporations like that anymore. As far as, you know, hoping that they'll do justice to a beloved franchise. Especially when it's like, it's not them, you know? It's the fact that, you know, all of these social justice companies and shit, this DEI shit is like down their fucking throats. And if they don't adhere to them, then they literally will not get on shelves. It's kind of crazy how much the world has been corroborated by the carrot, you know? But I'm not here to push the carrot agenda on you. I'm just talking about what I believe in, what I think about. And I have to stop policing myself, you know, on my own goddamn channel, on, you know, saying things that'll make people uncomfortable. It might make you uncomfortable to think that, you know, the things that we love, aka white women, are destroying you, but they are. There's a reason why they're on top, and there's a reason why a lot of them don't act like it. It's the empathy, man. It's because you know, you're on top for so long, and there's no way you're gonna fall. You know, you feel bad for others. It happens to me too, man. Like I've always been an attractive guy. I've always been somebody who gets a lot of eyes. I've always been somebody who gets a lot of like attention and shit. And so I'm naturally resentful. I'm naturally empathetic to people who suck. And I'm naturally like just self, you know, destroying. You know, I just like, I don't care about myself because it seems, you know, it just seems like everybody else does. And because of that feeling that like there's no way I'll be fucking forgotten, and just being annoyed by that, yeah, I have a lot less disregard for my general well-being. I just work constantly, and I noticed in a lot of ways it can be a good thing. A lot of ways it can be a bad thing. You know, I feel like I've reaped both sides of it. But I noticed that it seems awkward to people. You know, I said this I think in an episode recently recorded that it's coming up, but I think a lot of people are afraid to step up to somebody who's just as serious as me about life in general, about, you know, just maintaining happiness and giving and most of all work ethic. I think that's the main thing that was instilled upon me by my ancestors, my parents, my grandparents, you know, people who raised me. It's just the work ethic. I don't know why people hate working so much, you know? But once this passion that I have, that I've had for a long time, I've always loved music, I've always loved video games. Once this passion really became a job for me, I'm not even gonna lie, it's when it really became fun. And I'm realizing now, it's when, like, I turned MapleStory into a job, when I turned RuneScape into a job, when I turned making my little GameStop, you know, games on the computer as a job. You know, when I turned all that into just like work, and I had a regimen, and I had this time we're gonna do this fucking thing, you motherfucker. You gotta sit down and work, damn it. You know, whenever I do that, I actually have a lot more fun. And I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if I have this weird archetype that doesn't make fucking sense. But whatever the case, I think it's just a certain style of person. It's a certain like discovery, a certain understanding of the world that you realize that there is no other point. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you drive to drive. It's just like this fucking game. It's like, oh, everyone is like, yeah, I want to level up, but like, what are you leveling up to do? You're leveling up so you can go fight more shit. It's like, what am I working to do? I'm working so I can go do more work. Like, and that's it. I discovered that, and I'm like, well, I like to work, Still, because I just like gaining skills. And then, you know, the next time I show up to work, it's suddenly not so hard. The next time I show up to work, I got all these moves. I got all these skills. I got all this extra shit to do, you know? And I feel like that's good. But, like, the main thing for me is the lack of respect. And I noticed I oftentimes, like, and I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but when you're the one who stands on business, you allow everybody else to not stand on business. So it's like you're giving them the option to be a shitter. And most often than not, everybody took that fucking option, you know, because I'm giving it to them. Because I stand on so much fucking business. So it's like, and I'm not gonna, I hate fucking forcing people to do shit, man. I hate that. Like, I'm not gonna force you to give me respect. I'm just going to respect you. It's gonna change your behavior in some way. But, you know, at the same time, I have to, like, protect myself. I think if I really wanted to win at life, which I've never really, like, had the huge desire to. I've always just desired to grow better. Now I want to win, right? So now that I want to win at life, I've discovered that the tit-for-tat procedure is really the only way to get past the inherent deception that is with, you know, modern life. You have to tit-for-tat everyone. Everyone. You can't just be like, I'm going to deceive all you bitches. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to trust all you bitches. You know, you have to tit-for-tat these fuckers. Like, if somebody steps up to you with some weird... And the thing about tit-for-tat is you have to be really brutal with it. You really do, man. I mean, it's all in all, it's up to you. I'm just saying, this is if you want to win. This is if you want to win. This is what is corroborated. This is what is most oftenly used to statistically beat the odds, right? So, if you want to tit for tat the right way, you have to be brutal with it. Like if it's just the least bit unfavorable for you, you have to unfavorable it for them. It doesn't matter if it's easy for you to do. It doesn't matter if it's like, oh yeah, but you know. But, you know, they kind of need it, so it's fine. It's not that big of a deal for me to do. No, man. Because they slightly inconvenienced you. I don't even care if they just, like, didn't open the door for you. It's tit for tat, man. If you want to win. And this is if you want to win. A lot of times, guys, I realize I'm just the kind of guy, I don't really want to win. I really don't. I gotta realize that in myself. Like, I have to put the drive in to win to myself. I have a drive. But my drive is more like discovery. It's more like, you know, I just kind of want to have fun. I just kind of want to enjoy the moment that I have here. And more often than not, trying to enjoy the moment that I have here is me worrying about, you know, not being able to keep it. And I realize that who the fuck cares about keeping it? I don't. Not anymore. Not anymore. Because I know it just has to go if you have that atmosphere about it. And it's so annoying, I know. I just keep saying it's so annoying, it's so annoying. But man, just stop fucking crashing out. Just discover how this shit works. It's a lot of opposites working against each other. And you have to stand on whatever you want to do to make it work for you. Because you all got shit. We all got slopper. Slopper for your chopper. Slopper on the chopping block. We all have it. We all have it. Ain't no person on the world that don't shit from the butt. You shit from the butt, guess what? There's another person out there that is just like you, who also shits from the butt. Crazy, huh? I know. And so you gotta choose whose shit from the butt you want to eat. Whoa, what am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? What is going on here? Whoa, okay, I've lost the plot. Let's end it here. Let's end it here. Also, my dog is snoring a lot, so I think that means I have to go get my food. I love you. I appreciate you. We've done a coin boss. We've done a hard coin boss. That was about 10 levels above my average party level. Only took me 15 minutes. I appreciate you stopping by for this 15 minutes because we only have the moment we have, right? So, wow, it's been a wonderful 15 minutes with you, my friend. I want you to have a good day. I hope you do have one, and I will catch you next time.